I was obviously throughout the middle of the week, I was thinking to myself, man, it would have been nice to see Gilbert get another win, kind of shut down the young buck, and come out and have a great performance. And it just wasn't for him. You're coming at that age, 38 years old, 39 years old. As you get into those lighter weight classes, 70, 55, 45, 35, and 25 on down, it's just so hard, man. It's really hard to kind of keep pace with the young guys. The explosiveness, the speed, and these young guys. I mean, you saw it tonight. Did you see it tonight? As soon as they got in there, and I think the commentary was like, "Man, Morales is so big," and Dorino was considered to be one of the bigger guys at 170, real thick and stout, and not anymore, man, not anymore. And so, I'm still kind of a little bit. I know at this age, at 38, it's very difficult to wrestle, to use your jiu-jitsu, but he's gotten away from it for so long. Dorino has, and tonight just was kind of one of those things where we saw the takedown, no control, didn't try to hit the hooks in, didn't try to get on the head and shove his forehead down. The takedown was a lot of work, and when you spend that amount of work trying to get the takedown, you start to second guess yourself. And I've been at that age, and I understand, like, you're in great shape, but your recovery just isn't the same as a 25-year-old or 27-year-old or whatever. So 25. And so it's one of those situations where, coming off the losses he was coming off, even though they were all top tier fighters, the best guys, JDM and Usman and those guys, Kamaru Usman and those guys, Hamza, like, even though they're to the top guys, like Hamza's fighting for the title, JDM is the current champion. Like, you've lost to guys that were the former champions. And so that being said, I think tonight was kind of, I don't want to say nail in the coffin, but I think for him, it was maybe headed towards the closure that he needed. Is like, look, this guy's a stud. I understand it, but I've lost all the best guys. It just depends on where he's at in his career. I've had this conversation with myself plenty of times in the mirror, and I've had it with coaches. I've had it with close friends. Are you in it for the money? Because if you are, Jim Miller, riding it till the wheels fall off. I praise him for it. I applaud him for it. All those things, do you. Once you realize that's what it is, go out there and do it. I'm not, that's your business. I'm not sure if that's what Gilbert Burns is looking to do, but if it is, then hey, more power to him. I just don't know if that's something that you want to continue to do, especially with young kids and so forth and so on. So for me, it wasn't for me. I realized, hey, there's no more title run in the picture. There's no chance of getting to the top. And I left a lot of money on the table when I stepped away. And I would imagine if he still has fights left on his contract, he's leaving a lot of money left on the table as well. So, but Michael Morales, man, looked absolutely fantastic. Long, lean, powerful, just a big body frame in there. He obviously possesses the power. The sample size still isn't big enough for me, I think, to say like he's someone to really be reckoned with in the rankings. But he's 25 years old. So what are we talking about? There's not much that I can say outside of he's 25. I think he looks friggin' fantastic for 25 years old. And so great job by him. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at these rankings. And when I'm looking at these rankings at the 170 pounds, he's already at number 12. He just beat Gilbert Burns, who's at number 8. Let me see. Let me refresh these, make sure they were all on point. Michael Morales. Yeah, Michael Morales was at number 12. Gilbert Burns was at number 8. He's going to jump right up in there. Him and a Jeff Neal fight, I know that would be kind of working its way backwards. Him and a Jeff Neal fight would be a fun fight. I'm not quite ready to give him somebody like a Ian Gary or maybe a Colby Covington. You could, to see if he can stop those takedowns. Colby has definitely not looked the same. And that'd be a fight that might go ahead. What do you got there, George?
I was just gonna say Colby hates Brazilians, so
Colby hates everybody.
He might hate himself a little bit.
Yeah, I think when he looks at himself in the mirror, he's like, "Damn, I'm a pussy. I press charges." Damn, like you've got to be thinking that, right? Like I'm a fighter. I've fought for the title several times, and I press charges. That's sad. That's but anyways, Morales and Colby might be a good fight. I like to see maybe the Jeff Neal fight. Now he might be fighting backwards in that because I think you got to slow play him a little bit at 25 years old, even though he's coming off the big win over Gilbert tonight. Not quite ready, I don't think, for Joaquin Buckley. Not quite ready for Ian Gary. I mean, if Usman wins, then we won't even talk about that. But if Usman loses, you could maybe do it.
If Usman even wants to take a fight like that at this point.
What? Yeah, but what about a Leon Edwards? That might be a fun fight. You got a guy who's tall, long, lanky, big body, 25, fighting someone like a Leon Edwards with, who wants to keep it on the feet. I mean, there's some craftiness behind him, and like that might be one of those fights if you wanted to match that up. If you're ready to say that he's ready for that next level. Like I said, tonight, it wasn't enough for me. It just wasn't a long enough fight. I need to see those dog fights kind of a little bit more. I've got to dig deep a little bit more before I say, hey, let's go ahead and give you those top 5 guys. And that's only because he's 25 years old. I want to slow play him. I want to make sure that he has an opportunity to grow. It's no different than when you think about if I'm drafting a quarterback in the first or second round, sure, I want him to play the first 2 weeks of the season. I want to get him out there. I want to give him the exposure. But I also, the ones that's kind of been proven, the ones that have sat on the bench for the first year and they come out, they end up having a little bit longer career and a better career. That's kind of what I want for a young stud like this. Is you want to kind of slow play him a little bit to get an opportunity to kind of have a long career, successful career. So I thought he looked great tonight. Big body, big frame, big muscle, big power. He's got the look, extremely marketable. I think it'll be a good step for him in the right direction. This episode is brought to you by BetUS. Make sure you guys YouTube 150 for the promo code. Also, Element, use the link in the descriptions down below. Any product you buy from there, they will send you a bonus package of product if you use our link down below. Element's amazing, man. I love it. And I want to say thank you, man. Thank you guys so much for continuing to support us.